Where did the Jewish people come from? It's a question that takes us back thousands of years to the ancient Near East, a region we now know as Israel, Palestine, Jordan, and Iraq. This is the cradle where a unique blend of faith, tradition, and shared memory first took root, creating a cultural heritage that has endured for millennia. According to the Hebrew Bible, the story begins not with a nation, but with a single family, that of Abraham, living as a nomad in Mesopotamia around 4,000 years ago. Abraham is said to have received a call from God. This divine invitation was a promise: leave your home, journey to a new land, and you will become the father of a great nation. This pact, or covenant, between Abraham and God is the spiritual starting point of the Jewish people. It's the first thread in a long tapestry of collective identity, woven around the idea of a common ancestor and a shared destiny. Abraham's descendants, through his son Isaac and grandson Jacob, became known as the children of Israel. Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, had 12 sons. These sons became the forefathers of the 12 tribes that formed the early Israelite nation. Tradition tells us these tribes eventually migrated to Egypt, where they lived for generations before being enslaved. Their dramatic escape from bondage, led by Moses, is an event known as the Exodus. This isn't just a story of liberation. It's the foundational moment where the Israelites truly became a people, bound together by a covenant of moral law and communal responsibility. Following the Exodus, the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. This was a crucial, formative period where they received the Torah, the sacred laws and teachings that would become the bedrock of Jewish life. Whether you see this as history or symbolism, it represents the crystallization of their religious identity. Eventually, they settled in the land of Canaan. What began as a loose federation of tribes slowly evolved into a unified kingdom under rulers like Saul, David, and Solomon. It was King Solomon who built the first temple in Jerusalem in the 10th century BCE. This magnificent structure became the heart of Jewish worship, a central place for rituals and festivals that tied the nation together. But this unity didn't last. After Solomon's reign, the kingdom fractured into two: Israel in the north and Judah in the south. Both kingdoms faced constant threats and eventually invasions. The northern kingdom was conquered by the Assyrians, its people scattered. The southern kingdom of Judah held on longer, but in 586 BCE, it too was conquered, this time by the Babylonians. This was a catastrophic event. The Babylonians destroyed Solomon's temple and exiled many of the people to Babylon. It was a moment that could have spelled the end for Jewish identity. But instead of disappearing, it transformed. Without a temple or a land to call their own, new forms of worship and community leadership emerged. The experience of exile, rather than breaking them, forged a new kind of resilience and adaptability. Decades later, when the Persian Empire conquered Babylon, the Jews were permitted to return to their homeland and rebuild the temple. This marked the beginning of the Second Temple period. But Jewish life had already started to spread. Communities thrived not just in the land of Israel, but across the Middle East, forming the beginning of the Jewish diaspora. This era was a time of great intellectual and spiritual energy, with new interpretations of sacred texts and the emergence of what we now call Rabbinic Judaism, a tradition centered on study, law, and interpretation. This vibrant period came to a tragic end in 70 CE, when the Romans destroyed the Second Temple. With their central place of worship gone, Judaism had to transform once again. Rabbis became the new spiritual leaders. Synagogues replaced the temple as centers for community and prayer, and the study of the Torah became the very core of religious life. Dispersed across the globe, from Europe to North Africa and the Middle East, the Jewish people maintained a powerful sense of connection. Their shared identity wasn't tied to a single building, but to a powerful combination of memory, faith, and tradition. From ancient Mesopotamia to the modern world, the story of Jewish origins is a continuous narrative of survival, adaptation, and an unbreakable connection to heritage. It's not just a tale of one land or one moment in time, but a living history that continues to shape Jewish identity to this very day. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, please like this video and subscribe for more stories from our shared past.